Nick's Audio and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've watched my other two videos. Yes, I am fairly new to YouTube, getting used to it, but yeah, consistency is key. This is a date night makeup routine. So this routine is fairly simple and to the point. I am going to drop a full, like the days when my makeup takes an hour to an hour and a half, that routine will drop. But this one was just me getting ready for date night, and I thought you guys could, learn something from it or get some inspiration. So I hope you guys are able to watch it till the end, because that's what YouTube cares about, watching it in its entirety. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I did fill in my brows with Brow Sculpt by Refi. So now I'm going to go in with my Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. The Refi Brow Sculpt is just to give it some sort of shape, and then use your pencil to fill it in. And I find that when I use the pencil after, it's just a little better. See? Now, if you remember in the video I did following Uche, she did her brows towards the end. I feel like doing your brows first, it just sets the tone. Like, sometimes you just need a good brow. Okay, so now that we have, established the shape, I take the extra step and I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder, in chocolate. Like you see, little extra. Now I despise, and yes, despise is a strong word, but I despise that harsh square right here. Stop doing it. In 2025, leave that harsh square. Leave it in 2024. Like, I hope you left it in 2024. Because it's ugly. I said it. I'm sorry. It's very ugly. And unnecessary. Like, that is not how your brows are naturally. Like, you still, even though you're doing your makeup, you still kind of want it to look as natural as possible, no? So, that square is not natural. Yeah. So I just, give it a little extra. And then I go in and carve it out with concealer. And my concealer also is my eyeshadow base. So for my concealer for my brows only, this is the only place I use this concealer, my brows. NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is the shade Caramel. Now why I only use this for my brows is because I'm also using the concealer for my brows as a base for my eyeshadow. So I don't want anything too liquidy. I want it to kind of be matte so that it doesn't crease as much. And even though I do set it with powder, it's just a better concealer to me for your eyeshadow, for your eyebrows. So, see? And then I just drag it down. I drag it all the way down. Drag it. That is the concealer under my eye. And then I take a brush, a concealer. And this is the Sephora Pro Concealer brush. This was my MAC 242 brush. The brush that I used for my brow powder was the Patrick Ta 4 Brows 1 brush. Okay. So now as I am taking this down, just making sure that it's even and blend it out. Like, you don't want it. Ugh. Every time I close this eye, everything's a blur. I can't wait to be done with this process. First of all, I had to open my eyes and make sure I was actually filming, because the other day I started to make a video and realized that I wasn't filming, and I just went to sleep. Like, a nap hate to see me coming, because when life gets hard, I just take a nap because I can't deal. Like, I can't deal. And of course, who didn't bring her setting powder to set? This girl. So, I'm not getting up to get it either because I'm just not. Like, that's not what I want to do right now. So, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly, no. I hate it here. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury press powder to just set it, because because I'm not getting up. The last time I filmed, I wasn't prepared. I was digging for stuff, and I said, that's not going to be me this time. Yeah, okay. It's definitely me this time. Okay, so that's gonna have to do because I'm not getting up. All right, so that is how I do my brows. Concealer, set, then I start my eyeshadow. Okay, so now that my eyelids are prepped for eyeshadow, this Morphe palette has become my favorite. And I love Morphe eyeshadow. Like, I feel like a lot of my favorites are from Morphe. And I never really used to be an eyeshadow girl. And technically, like, I'm just a brown shadow girl. So their neutrals are, you know, warm. They're nice. I love it. So I will be going in with just 2 shades, a lighter shade on all over my lid, and then a darker shade in my crease. I don't do too much when it comes to eyeshadow. I don't feel like you need a lot. I'm not like a dramatic shadow girl. So we're gonna go in with these 2. Yeah, Show Off and Naked Eye. So I will take Show Off and put it all over my lid. And again, I don't do too much when it comes to eyeshadow. Like, again, I don't feel like it's necessary to do too much. And this is another Patrick top brush. As I'm editing, I see that I keep doing this. So annoying, but I'll get it together, guys. I promise. By my next video, like, you're gonna be like, oh my god, who is this girl? She's so prepared. Her background is just so great. Like, you guys, you're gonna love it here. Just stick around. You're going to love it here. I promise. But I even hate it here right now. So I guess, you know, just stick with me, guys. Stick with me. I'll get it together. So again, not too much on the eyelid. With another brush, I would just go in with the darker shade. Like I said, I'm using Naked Eye, not using the right brush, but yeah. Now, normally, again, I said this time I'm going to be prepared. It's going to be great. It's not. It's not great, but I did not pull out my eyeshadow. I pull out all of my brushes. Like, literally, they're here. They're like in different container holders. So the big brushes, the medium brushes, the small brushes, the not so small brushes, but yeah, didn't take out my eyeshadow brushes. So here we are. Because guess who's not getting up? This girl. But normally you should have 2 separate brushes to complete your look. And again, just windshield wiper motions to blend it out. And don't be alarmed that it looks crazy before the rest of your makeup comes together, because that's just how it is. Like, it's not gonna look like something until it's something. So again, windshield wiper motions. Now, in order for me to kind of get it together, I have to get up and get another brush, because I need to go back in with my lighter shade, because on this eye I did too much. So well, no, actually I have a brush I can use for the lighter shade. This is an Esam brush T37. Now, this is really supposed to be a concealer brush, but you make the rules. You make the rules. It's your makeup, your face. You do what you want. So right now, I'm doing what I want. I am going back in with the lighter shade to blend it out. I'm going to actually, I'm really supposed to just be getting ready, going on my date, but I'm trying to be consistent. That is my word of 2025, consistency. If you have a problem with consistency, just write consistency in the comments. Like, let's hold each other accountable, because I am definitely one of the most inconsistent people I know. Like I said, I just love naps. But, like, I really love naps. So, okay. And there goes that mirror again in the camera view, like you guys aren't here. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so again, if it looks crazy, don't worry about it. It's all gonna come together, I promise. Okay. And don't mix your clean and dirty brushes. Like, that's nasty. Yeah. So because, like, even though it's supposed to look a little crazy, I'm just taking a brush that has nothing on it and just kind of brushing this in together. Yeah. Because I'm doing like a nude smoky, but I still want it to, okay, yeah, okay, there we go. So that's it. That's that for the eyes at this very moment. Now I go in with my primer, but before, normally I would do mascara and lashes, but my lashes are done right now, so we're not doing that. But I'll, you know, wipe under my eye first. Like, that's why I feel like doing eyes first is super important, because the fallout, like, I know they say put setting powder, all that stuff. I rather not. I rather literally just do my eyes first, wipe under my eye, and then put my eye cream and my primer and just start anew. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay, I put my primer on, Smashbox. This is my favorite primer. Like, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love a lot of primers. It just depends on what you're doing, how long you need your makeup to stay on. Like, I have a primer if I'm doing my makeup for work, if I'm doing my makeup for a date, if I know I'm going to be out in the sun. The primer I would use in the summer may not be the primer I use in the winter, but because I'm literally just going out, this definitely gives like a blurring effect. So I really love Smashbox. I am a fan of I have a lot of favorites when it comes to foundation, but tonight we'll be using NARS Soft Matte. Let's keep the soft matte going. So this is the shade Caracas and Macau. So I am mixing Macau and Caracas together. Yeah, Caracas has like that peachy undertone that I need. Yeah, and then I just like mix it together on the back of my hand. And they're my brushes. My brushes are clean. Oh, where's my handy dandy? I'm gonna get it together, guys. But do you see how perfectly that blends? Like, oh, I love it. I love it. Again, I did have to mix two to get the perfect shade, but hopefully that is not your story. I know a lot of girls don't put makeup on their forehead, but my forehead is a little big, so I have enough real estate up here to put foundation. This soft matte, now I am like, my skin is dry, but sorry guys. Don't forget to hit the neck, guys. Hit the neck. And some of you need to hit the ears too. Like, you know, let it all blend together. Okay, and if you notice, I did not put any foundation under my eye because that is for my concealer. Now, if you have oily skin, this foundation is perfect. I do have dry skin, but I use a lot of hydrating base products. So like my moisturizer, my primer, so I'll be fine. Okay, so yeah, that's my foundation. Now I'm gonna go with my concealer, my cream bronzer, and my cream. Now that my foundation is on, we're gonna go in with my concealer. I will be using the Hourglass concealers in the shades Dune and Flax. I use the lighter one, which is Dune, in the inner corner and flax on the outer part of my eye. I don't think I'm going to do a lot tonight. Like, just keep it cute. Keep it cute. Yeah. So I'll also put it here, 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 here. Okay, and we will let that sit and absorb, and then go in with cream bronzer. So for my cream bronzer, I'll be using Fenty in Espresso. I love this. And I just hit it here, 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 and here. Put a little bit more, a little bit more. Yes, and that is, so I'll blend out my bronzer first because again, I'm gonna let my concealer sit. So let's blend out the bronzer. So to blend out my cream bronzer, I will be using my Amoy brush. I really love this brush for this purpose, solely for this purpose. The density of it gets the job done. And literally just blend, blend, blend. Like, I feel like a lot of times it's not that you can't do makeup. You just lack the technique of blending. Like, a lot of you, wait, speaking of blending, a lot of you are like those homegirls that be like, yes, because nobody told me my nose contour wasn't blended on my last video. Only Caroline, my friend. She wanted to see me be great. She's like, your nose wasn't fully blended. And it wasn't. I was rushing. The photographer, my last video, I was doing my makeup for my Christmas pictures, and I was on a time crunch, but I was just like, okay, I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to get the content out. So I definitely did not. I failed to execute fully blended nose contour. Nonetheless, I was still cute, but I would have loved for my contour to be blended. Like, you want it to just melt in your face. Like, you want it to just become a part of your face. So now I am going to blend out my concealer. I'm going to go back in with this concealer brush. Now, I used to totally be I'm only doing my under eye with a beauty blender girl, but I feel like the brush keeps the product on your face better than a beauty blender. I feel like the beauty blender takes some of it away. So, hence how I have become a brush girl when it comes to my concealer. Like, it just keeps the product on your face. And then this concealer will act as also to just clean up the top of my eyebrows. Like, I know that sometimes I'm looking this way, sometimes I'm looking this way. Guys, I am learning how, like, this is all a learning curve for me, so please bear with me. Like, I'm learning how to kind of situate myself and actually look at the camera. If you see me looking this way, it's because I am looking in the like the thing that pops out on the cameras so that I can see myself. But I actually just bought a cool like tool for my iPhone, so maybe I'll start recording on my iPhone where it mirrors what's on my phone so that I can use my back screen, my back camera to film content. So yeah, hopefully that makes it better so that I'm actually looking at you guys. Okay, so I've done this. Now that I feel like all the product that I want on my face is now where it needs to be, I'll now go in with a beauty blender and blend it out. And then I'm gonna go in with a damp beauty sponge and just kind of lock this concealer in. Sorry, I was wringing out because you don't want it to be soaking wet. You just want it to be a little moist. And then go in and blend, blend, blend. And again, when you're doing this, doesn't have to be, sorry. And that's another thing, I gotta learn how to do my makeup and talk. Yeah, putting this where I want it to go, and then, yeah, because I don't want the harsh lines. Like, I want it to look like, yeah. So again, this is not the finished product, but it looks a little better because I used the foundation brush and kind of just hit the edges like of where it's supposed to be. Now this is not a finishing spray. This is a setting spray. So I want to lock this stuff in. It's a prep, and this is my favorite, another Morphe item. And just kind of set that in before I go in and use my pressed powder first. When I am locking in my contour, I do not use loose powder. I use pressed powder first, then loose powder. And before you, sorry, you gotta worry about lighting. Before you go in and press any powder or set any powder in, make sure that it is not creased. You go back in with either your sponge or your brush and make sure that it is not creasing, which I find Hourglass doesn't crease too much on me. I'm saying on me because the girlies say otherwise, but on me it does not crease. And guys, I promise everything is here. I promise I was prepared. So little ASMR, that's what you call it, little noise for you guys. So I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder and my sponge, and then I set my concealer. What's that? Yes, so I go, I think I forgot who, like I follow so many girlies on YouTube. I am going to take my talents to other social media platforms this year. My Instagram is doing pretty well, but I'm going to put more makeup. A lot of the stuff on my Instagram, which is also Nick's Audio, is hair related. But yeah, I am going to, okay. So now that that is all set, I am going to go in with my, I forgot, my liquid blush. But I can still do it, no worries. Okay, so my battery died. That is something I will put on my to get list, an extra battery. But like I was saying, I forgot my liquid blush, so I'm gonna go in real quick with it. This is the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Love. So, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by my dead battery. Rare Beauty. Creating content is this is fun. Yeah, so because it's so pigmented, I don't put it directly on my face. I kind of just find my by smiling, I find where I want my placement. See? Okay. And with my actual, this is my powder blush brush, but I'm gonna just blend it in. Yes. Okay. So that is blush. Now I can finish off with my powder products. First, well, not first, because I did press powder my under eye, and now with my powder bronzer, it will be the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yes. Bronzer in shade Mahogany. And I will be using another Amoy brush for this step. Let's just use the, most of the items have mirrors, so okay. I think I'm gonna go back to my big mirror though, actually, so I can see what I'm doing a little better. Guys, I took a Benadryl. So not a good thing, because my allergies for some reason were acting up. Okay. So, yes, okay. So now, the step that I flopped on in my previous video, which is my nose contour, I am going to take my Patrick Top brush, which I did use. Okay, so it's like a double-ended brush, and it's like the perfect nose contour brush. Like, Patrick, you did that. And there I go, looking into this camera again instead of looking here. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna get it. It's all going to come together. Seriously. But now I'm going to just take a little bit, because I don't want the same thing that happened. And it's literally like the perfect shape. Like, it just so easy. So normally I would use the other end to blend it out, but I used it for eyeshadow earlier, so that's a no-no. So I'm going to go in with another brush. Oh, actually, I can use the other end because I used it for eyeshadow. Yeah, there we go. It's blending. Guys, listen. Like I said, it's makeup. You do what you want. Oh, this is definitely blending out so well. Yes, I love it. Yeah, so now no one can say, even though y'all did say in the last video, that my contour is not blended, because it is rather blended, if I do say so myself. Okay, so powder. Now I'm gonna go in all over my face and marry all the makeup together with a pressed powder by Rare Beauty. And let's talk about this Marc Jacobs brush that I've had for years, literally, like literal years. Yes, I am going over everywhere that I did highlight, because I felt like my highlight was just a little too bright for what I wanted for this evening. So, yes. And it's okay that it's kind of like you're not seeing my blush as much, or you're not seeing my contour as much. I can go in and fix that, but I definitely want to make sure that my makeup is blended so that I can have a polished look. Okay, so now that it's kind of come together and it's looking, I'm checking my mirror. Actually, I have like a mirror here, I have a mirror here, and then I have this mirror. I'm gonna go back in under my eye just a little bit with the Charlotte Tilbury, just to not brighten it how it was before, but just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now it's giving what I need it to give. Like, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a little powdered blush. And it's, again, really pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Because I don't want to become, what do they call it? Like blush blindness? Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like it a lot. That looks good. Okay, so now that I'm done with my face, I am going to go under my eye with a little bit of shadow. And I'm going to use like a smudger brush, like this brush. This is a makeup Morphe and Ariel collab. Where did I, okay. I'll use a little bit of my bronzer to go under my eye. You see what a difference that little step made. Like, yeah. I love that. I just gotta brush out my lashes with my Charlotte Tilbury spray. I'll go out after a certain time. Grandma is sleepy. Grandma is sleepy. Okay, so I've lined my lips and now I am going to, and it's me again looking into that camera. I'm gonna get it together. I know I've been saying that the whole video. Now I'm going in with my absolute favorite of all time, Pure Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's like the perfect pink nude. So I'm thinking about doing a gloss. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Global Citizen on top. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do a gloss today. Why not? Tonight. I'm not a gloss girl. It is 2025, so why not? Okay, gloss. It's not horrible. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So now I am going to go unpin my hair and be right back. Okay, so you know how sometimes you go into different lighting and you see certain things? Yeah, so I went in my other bathroom and I felt like I needed a little more bronzer. So, just gonna hit it right there. Hit it right there. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Just a little bit. And I will blend it out with my pressed powder brush that I had earlier. Yeah. But I am loving the lip gloss. Sorry. Somebody was calling me. Yeah, I'm loving the gloss to lip. Everyone's favorite. Dude, your makeup gonna stay, but you're gonna choke. But yeah, so this is the final look. Yeah, I'm loving it. Loving it. I need to fix my hair and do all those other things, but I just needed to finish this video, so I'm gonna go recurl my hair. I took the pins out, but wasn't giving what I needed to give. But this is the final look. I am so excited. Thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for watching till the end, like literally. And I know I was just looking over there again. I'm gonna get it together. I know y'all are sick of hearing me say I'm gonna get it together, but I really am, I promise. So don't forget to like and subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their friends. because I need more subscribers, please. Thanks for watching.